Our next project is called a narrative diptych, and I'll also go into a couple details about, if you want, you could do a triptych as well. So first we'll talk about the word diptych. The origin comes from Greek, and the Greek root dis or dis means to, and tych means to fold. So in art, a diptych is a painting, a drawing, a photograph, carving, or any other flat two-dimensional artwork on two panels, or two pieces of paper, or two canvases. They're usually the same size. The key part in art is that each part of the artwork is unable to stand alone. The two works complement or contrast each other to create meaning. They're always shown next to each other. Here's an example called the Wilton diptych. A lot of the religious diptychs are put into like gold frames. They're usually connected, so that goes back to that Greek root of tych, and which means to fold. So this one is actually connected. It closes up like a little book. This is the Maryland diptych by Andy Warhol. So you might know Andy Warhol with those Campbell's soup can prints. And so he does lots of different prints of famous people. This is one of his diptychs, so he has two parts of this artwork. So one's in color and one is just in black and white to kind of show that contrast of the look between the two. So now a narrative means a spoken or written account of connected events, or a story. But in art, it's an artwork that visually tells the story. So looking at pictures, you can understand what kind of story they're trying to tell. For this project, it's a narrative diptych, so you need to create a diptych, or a two-part artwork that tells a story. To do that, you can try a couple different methods. You can just kind of pick one of these, you can combine a few, or you can come up with your own. But just remember, the relationship between each half of your artwork is really important. So you could try different perspectives on the same subject. You could try sharing a color or the same composition in each half, but with each half has different subjects. You can use the same subject in each artwork, but use a different color or mood. You could do contrasting concepts in each half. You could show a change or a transformation from one half to the next. Each half could be before or after an event, or you can just come up with your own kind of relationship between the two halves of your diptych. If you need a challenge, or you know you're a really fast worker, you can try a triptych. So like a diptych is 2 parts, a triptych is 3 parts. So here's an example of a triptych by Hieronymus Bosch, and it's called Garden of Earthly Delights triptych. So this one has 3 parts to it. So if you are a speedy worker, or you really like a challenge in art, you are welcome to do a triptych instead of a diptych. But if you are good with a diptych and that's the kind of concept you want to roll with, that is perfectly fine as well.